Okay, it's 4 o'clock. Are we ready to begin?
Just check whether the Santhanam has joined.
You can see me now.
Yes,
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Then you can start.
Okay, so I think we are ready to begin. All right. Yeah. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 4th edition of the MTTS Online Foundation Course in Mathematics, or OFCM 2023, as we call it. So I think all the participants here have been getting a lot of emails, a lot of messages from a lot of people over the last few days, and today we finally are at the beginning of the program. So welcome to the inauguration. It must be slightly strange for some of you to have noticed that we had the orientation yesterday and the inauguration is after the orientation. But MTTS is known to do things out of the box. When we realized there is a practical reason to do the orientation before the inauguration, we did that. So I would like to begin the program by asking Professor Santhanam, the president of the MTTS Trust, to speak about the MTTS program and some aspects of it. Yeah, Professor Santhanam, please.
Okay, thank you, Anand. Good evening, everyone. So I'll be very brief and say a few words about MTTS because others are going to talk more about OFCM and so on. So as Professor Anand said, MTTS is known to do things out of the box. That's exactly prompted Professor Kumar in 1989 to think of ways to improve mathematical education in this country, okay, and to train the talented students in the remotest part of India. I think it came to in 1992, we got somewhat concrete ideas. In 1993, this program MTTS started with the whole idea of training talented students across the country to prepare them for higher mathematics. And in 1993, the first year, and 1994, we had only 2 levels, level 1 and 2. And from 1995 onwards, we had level O, level 1, and level 2. And since then, we've been having 3 levels in summer for 4 weeks, with the level O having 2 more camps at different part of the country. And the brain behind this program is the one man, Professor Kumar, who could manage and talk to a lot of people who join his journey in taking finding the talented students in India and preparing them for higher mathematics. And the last 31 years of his journey, I have done a lot of work to the mathematics scenario in this country. And with the onset of pandemic, the MTTS thought of new ways of reaching out to students. And out of this born this OFCM. I'd say the journey is going on, and you are all going to be part of the MTTS family to benefit. I think by the end of the program, I'll talk to you again to see what are your words. Okay. With this, I think I'll wish you all the best. I will stop, Anand.
Thanks, Professor Santhanam. Professor Santhanam, the president of the MTTS Trust. So now I ask Dr. Ajit Kumar, who's also the managing trustee of the MTS Trust, to tell us more about the MTTS Trust and its activities that are going on.
Thank you, Anand. So once again, let me also welcome all the participants to this 4th edition of OFCM on behalf of MTTS Trust. So already Professor Santhanam told you briefly what is this MTTS. So I'm going to talk about some of the activities that MTS Trust is organizing. So as Professor Santhanam said that this MTTS started in 1993, formally it started in 1993 as a 4-week summer training program. And basically it was a brainchild of Professor S. Kumaresan. And so after that, for almost first few years, it was basically he, along with a group of people, who was organizing this program, all the summer camp. Later on, actually, a national core committee was formed, and so the program was organized in consultation with the national core committee. But then, as you know, this MTTS is being organized since 1993, and if it has to survive for a longer time, there was a need, or we felt a need to have some kind of formal organization, and that's where in December 2016, the non-profit educational trust was registered, and from 2018, all the programs under MTTS umbrella are now organized under MTTS Trust. So I'm sure most of you must have seen the MTTS website. You must have also seen who are the members of this trust. So basically, Professor Kumaresan was the founding trustee. Now, formally, though he's not there as a trustee, but his guidance and his involvement is very much there. So, as I said, one of the main objective was the MTTS Trust was to kind of organize or carry forward all the activities that MTTS used to organize. So, main objective of this is to provide training in mathematics to the students and teachers across the country, and also to promote higher study and research in mathematics. Our objective is also to support academic institutions in India for the development of mathematics in large. And also, one of the activities that the trust aims to do is to bring out high quality lecture notes and video lectures, etc. So if you look at, as I said, one of the main activities of MTTS Trust is the main camps, 4 weeks summer camp that has been organized since 1993, and it is now organized at 3 different places. One center we have main camp where all 3 levels are organized, and then other 2 centers we have basically level O camp. And then after I think formally since 2010, we have been also organizing a short MTTS program for a week or 2. This is now called Initiation into Mathematics. Earlier, it used to be called Mini MTTS program. But apart from that, we also have teachers training program, which is called Pedagogical Training for Mathematics Teachers, or PTMT. In fact, this idea of organizing such training program came from the students of MTTS participants. Every year since its beginning, they, in their feedback, they used to write that it would be a good idea to train the teachers so that a lot more students can benefit. So this pedagogical training program has been started. And then, of course, all of you are part of this OFCM program, Online Foundation Course in Mathematics, that we started in 2020 during unfortunate pandemic. But as Professor Santhanam said, MTTS is known for doing things differently. And also one of the aim is to reach out to large number of students. So this online foundation course was started, and this is 6 parallel camps giving opportunity to students from across the country. And I'm sure Professor Baba will talk about more on the aims and objectives of this OFCM. So I've not got into the details of this. So apart from that, we also do what is called online short courses in mathematics that also started during pandemic. So as you can see that during pandemic, lot of programs actually and lot of institutes had a lot of difficulties, whereas MTTS took this as an opportunity and started many more new programs. Then we also have online open forum where some of the MTTS alumni are invited to give a talk. And then, as you know, there are lots of students apply for our main MTTS camp in summer. But because of the very limited seats and resources, we are not able to select or not able to give opportunity to a large number of students, though they are quite deserving. So this year, actually, we are going to start a new program, which is called MTTS Overture. And this is going to be 2 to 3 days program, which will be organized in colleges, basically from the remote areas. So this MTTS faculty will visit that college, give training for a couple of days to students from that college and also colleges from other colleges in that area. So that is a new program that we will start possibly after this OFCM. Apart from that, of course, as I said earlier, MTTS has, basically Professor Kumaresan has been publishing a lot of expository articles. All these articles are also available on MTTS website. There are a number of books which have been written by MTTS faculty, and they are in actually different style. Apart from that, Professor Kumaresan has also published over 250 video lectures. So these also, the links are available. All of you can see and benefit. So if you just, as I said, there are lots of programs that MTTS is now organizing. If you just talk about the numbers, so far, level O, we have organized about 79 camps. Level 1 and level 2, 31 camps, because level 1 and level 2, we started from the beginning. Apart from that, in math or in essential to mathematics, we have organized about 67 camps, but teachers training program about 14, and OFCM, as you know, 18 camps we have already organized, and we have organized about 10 to 12 online short courses. So total, if you look at roughly about 10,000 students and teachers have benefited from this program, and which has contributed very significantly in mathematics in our country. So, I mean, just to say that if you go to any, let us say, institute or department in the country, I'm sure you can find faculty who have lineage to MTTS program. Also, our students who are doing research. So, of course, in this electronic age, I'm sure you must have already found out more information, or you can visit our MTTS site and then look at other information. So with that, let me stop and wish you all the best for this program. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, Ajit. Thanks. That was Ajit Kumar. He's the managing trustee of the MTTS Trust. Now I request Professor Baba to say something about OFCM.
I thought, do you want me to speak? Okay. Okay, a few things about, no, I thought that, yeah, I mean, okay, let me say a few words briefly. First of all, welcome to all the participants. for OFCM 2023 to the big, or rather huge MTTS family. Okay, so you are now going to be members of this big family. First of all, about this course, okay, a few things about the course. The program is called Online Foundation Course in Mathematics, right? So foundation course. You see, in your college, you study, say, differential equation, you study real analysis, algebra. I mean, there is there's hardly any course called foundation course, right? I mean, you must have many of, or most of you, probably you may be wondering, I mean, what is foundation course? Okay. So you see that the mathematics we learn at undergraduate level, we call it higher mathematics, right? It is higher mathematics, whereas before this, you call something like, say, pre-calculus or even calculus up to, I mean, higher secondary level. When you learn mathematics, the way you learn, the mathematics you learn, those are quite different from now at that higher level you are learning. For example, you know limit of a function, so you know that. But now here in real analysis, you will be talking about limit of a, you will define a completely different way. Okay, something like, say, epsilon delta, where from they comes, and like a completely new language. The problem in our system is that when you learn these new, I mean, higher mathematics, real analysis, say abstract algebra, complex analysis, many courses. So when you learn these courses, what is assumed? It is assumed that you already know how to handle this kind of sophisticated language. And okay, and these sophisticated languages, these come from different ideas. They are very natural, very simple. But thing is that, I mean, a student is not trained to understand or trained to see things. So that means, in a nutshell, what I'm saying, that there is a gap. Okay, what gap? The training a student has during, say, up to calculus age. Okay, that means, I mean, up to +2, okay, school level, and then the expectation or the demand the courses that, okay, courses they make on the student, on their understanding, there is a gap. Okay? And this course is precisely to fill that gap. Okay? And so this course, it has been developed not just in one day. Okay? It was developed in the MTTS program through the experience of decades. Okay? So from the very beginning, I mean, second or third year itself, this kind of a small course was started being given, and that has expanded. Now we have a very concrete kind of course that is always given to the MTTS program, and our experience is that after this course, this foundation course, a student is very comfortable, very confident in taking the courses like, say, real analysis, linear algebra, okay, say, I mean, abstract algebra. They're very comfortable in this because that there is a capacity building, and precisely this is what the course is. So our endeavor through this course will be to make you capable of learning, okay, higher courses and more comfortably, more confidently. Okay? So this is what you will experience, and so believe me or trust me that after this course, you will experience a change in you. Okay, your attitude towards mathematics, attitude to see things in mathematics will change. I can guarantee you, because this is not just a boasting, because it is the experience of our, say, many years, and also the experience of last 3 years after having the program. Okay, so this OFCM is a 4th year. So we have seen the development in students who have gone through this course. So my appeal is that when you start this program today, okay, maybe that, I mean, you may feel that what I'm learning, this is not part of my curriculum in your course. Don't worry. Just wait for some more time. Okay, don't give up, don't stop. Okay, you'll see the fruit of this course in you. Okay, after the program. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Thank you, Anand.
Thanks, Baba. So now I call upon Chandrasekharan, who's part of our technical team, and he will tell you something about the YouTube live streaming. So before he begins, I just want to point out that not all of you who apply as a lot of applications, a lot of people who don't get in. So as a part of this, we have YouTube live streaming, and I asked Chandru to say something about it.
Good evening, all of you. And see, we usually live stream one group of lectures, one camp lectures. So this time, one of the camp will be live stream, and the live stream links can be found in the YouTube channel of MTTS program. So you can see a playlist also in the name of OFCM 2023. You can also find the links in MTTS classrooms as a web page. That same may be available in our MTTS main site also. So what you can do is, it is essentially for those who could not get a chance to enter the regular classrooms of OFCM. See, as usual, for various reasons, we could not accommodate everybody who apply for this program. And we always want to give opportunity to everyone who wants to learn. Okay. So we try as much as possible. So in this case, we have found out this live streaming has helped many students in the past. So therefore, we are doing it this time also. And some guidance would be like, you can circulate this information with your friends, and especially the participants can also circulate with your friends who has not, who could not be selected here. And they can form a group and watch together. They can discuss like as it is happening in the classroom. And they can have some senior students or a teacher to guide them along with them. Nevertheless, we always have a team of mentors to help you with the chat box alongside of the live stream. The chat box will be enabled and people can post messages about their doubts and other things. But don't post irrelevant objects. To reduce the spam messages we receive, what we have done is we have ensured that people can post message only if they have subscribed to our channel. So please do subscribe before start watching the program. And further to that, if we find some people are not posting irrelevant things and all, we will try to warn them, and then maybe in the later stage, some appropriate action will be taken to avoid the spam messages. See, this intention is to help students who want to learn. But if you post messages irrelevant to the topic, it will hinder their interest. Okay, so don't do that. And next to that, please always listen to the announcements which may be given at the beginning of the lecture or during the end of the lecture. This may contain some information from the teacher or from the coordinator of the camp, and that may be useful to you. And further, if there are certain genuine queries which you want to ask the teacher, and if it is found to be meritorious, then the corresponding mentors in the YouTube chat may pass on the query to the concerned teacher or whoever it is for further action. Okay. So please feel free to circulate this information to all those interested students and make use of it. And you can always reach to us if you have any difficulties. Thank you all. Thank you, Anand.
Thanks, Chandra. So just want to reiterate what Chandrasekharan said at the end. Like, if you have friends who have not been selected for this program, if you have friends who have not even applied for this program, but you think they will benefit, please ask them to follow the YouTube videos. Please ask your teachers, recommending teachers to inform other students. If you are a teacher, please spread the word among your colleagues and just pass on the word. The more students that can benefit from this, the better it is. So now I'll call upon Mugdha Pokarankar to She actually was a student in OFCM 2020, the first edition, but she's also attended the other MTTS camps, online and offline. So I asked Mugdha to share some of her experiences, especially on how you can actually benefit from this camp. Mugdha, please.
Hello everyone. I am Mugdha. I have attended Mini MTTS 2019, OFCM 2020, and MTTS Level O, Level 1 and Level 2 in 2021, 22, 20, and 23 respectively. It always has been a great and enriching experience to be a part of MTTS family. Let me talk more about my experiences in Mini MTTS, which is now called Innate Math, and OFCM, which I attended, as they are more relevant at this moment. Let me mention a few of the important things which I learned in these programs. First, I learned to understand a given statement, in particular a mathematical statement, by analyzing it say layer by layer. You will understand soon what I mean by this in coming few days, and to write it in a precise form. Also, I learned to understand what it actually means to say that a given statement is not true, and again write it in a precise form. Then I learned to identify the set whose description is given. Just to give an instance, it was told that whenever you see a description of some set, first see if that set is empty or non-empty, and then play with it. For example, see which elements are there in the set, which are outside, and it's it. Also, I learned the operations on sets, which are very useful. Then I learned to create useful and precise definitions of those concepts which we have some idea about, using some concrete examples which support or don't support the idea. For example, a definition of a prime number. Then I got to learn the concept of a function and some more concepts related to it, and also how the functions interact with the sets. And while learning all these concepts, I also learned how to write some simple proofs, even of the statements which seem to be obvious. For example, 0 is less than 1. Or if A and B are real numbers with the property that A is less than or equal to B and B is less than or equal to A, then A is equal to B. Or say, given a non-empty finite set with a total order, it has a maximum and a minimum. And so many things. And another important aspect is that I learned to discuss mathematics anytime and anywhere, even without a writing material. That's a few of the things which I learned. Now coming to the use of all these things, which I learned in, say, Mini MTTS and OFCM. Believe me, I'm not exaggerating. There would not have even been a single day in, say, at least last 4 years on which I would not have used any of these things. And I remember MTTS many times when I use them. For example, when I use inverse images of sets under some functions, left and right in, say, algebra and topology. Also, I got good friends through the discussions which happen during these programs, with whom I discuss mathematics and related things whenever we think it's needed. I cannot explain in just words how useful these discussions are. Now let me suggest few things which the students can do to gain the maximum benefit out of this program OFCM 2023. First, try to keep your brain active, alert, and focused during the lecture as well as discussion. Don't try to remember anything at all. Just make sure that you understand at least, say, 40%, 50% of what the instructor is telling. Think along with the instructor. You would start thinking ahead of him or her soon. You may not understand what I mean by this at this moment, but I am sure you will experience, if you will experience it in few days if you are giving an honest and sincere attention. Don't be in a mood that I know all the stuff which is going to be covered. It is so basic, so that you would get to learn many new things. And don't try to write anything in your notes, almost anything in your notes when the lecture is going on. And make the use of breakout rooms as much as you can to clear yours as well as your friends' doubts. If you are done with discussing whatever is discussed in the lecture, you can try to create some more examples, non-examples of the concepts which would have been covered in the class and discuss them. And one more important thing that I will add is, before coming to the next class, just revise what you have learned so far in the course in your mind. Okay, that's all what I wanted to say. Thank you, organizers, for giving me this opportunity. All the best to all the participants to enjoy learning in OFCM 2023. And thank you, MTTS, once again.
Thanks, Magda. I think you summed up your experience very well, and I think it's some fantastic advice for the participants. Some things you will not understand right away, but in 2 days, I think you will be able to follow it. So one of the reasons why OFCM has been extremely successful is the presence of what we call as mentors. And I think the students would already have had a taste of this in the orientation yesterday. So even though the class is like a very large class, the reason why this program has been successful is because of some kind of an individual attention that one gets in the discussions, which are used, which are through the medium of breakout rooms. So, and the backbone of this program is really the presence of all these mentors. Okay, so they help the instructor to ensure that there is at least one person for each 6 or 8 people to have some individual attention and to get some feedback. So there have been many people who have been assisting as mentors over many years. One of them I would like to call her today. She attended Anuvedita, and she has attended level O, I believe, in 2012, and has been a mentor right since 2020. So I would like her to share with you from her experiences what she thinks you should do that will help you to get the maximum out of this. Anuvedita.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, so without taking much time, I'll speak. So am I audible properly, right?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So first and one of the most important things for all the students is to stay committed with OFCM 2023. Okay, from today until it's valedictory. We all know this is not a vacation period. Okay, and each of you has other commitments and engagements, but for next 11 to 12 days, just dedicate yourself 2.5 to 3 hours to this program. Okay, and you will all discover your newer version at the end of this program. Okay, but how? So your improved version is going to depend on mainly 3 things. Okay, your active participation, and active participation. Whether you are in lecture, okay, I mean your classroom, or you are in discussion, okay, that is your breakout rooms. Participate actively, ask questions, okay, answer questions, and even you can ask new questions. Okay, so don't okay, and what I can say, you all can see this as an opportunity or a golden chance for you all, because MTTS is, for me at least, this is the first and the best place. And for you all, I can say this is one of the place where you are going to have your teacher as a friend, mentors as a friend. You are going to have different platforms like email, WhatsApp group. Okay, wherever you want, you can ask as many questions you want. Okay, and the next important thing I will say about don't hesitate. Okay, again, whether it's a lecture or group discussion, just don't hesitate, and don't bother about the language. whatever language you want to speak. Okay, whether you want to speak in Hindi, English, tutti frutti English, whatever, everything is going to work here. Okay, so don't bother about language, just speak and don't hesitate. What next I can say? Yes, like Mugdha mentioned, after every class, just give 1 or half an hour to yourself to review the transcript or just to see what you have learned today in today's lecture and in today's group discussion. Okay, and yeah, try to ask more questions with yourself, try to answer them, and still if you have any doubt, just discuss with your friends on WhatsApp group, or you can ask your mentor. Okay, and when I was a student in MTTS, Hindi was the only language I was comfortable with, but I didn't hesitate, and it was an amazing experience for me, and I can say one of the best experience in my life. So I bet you all are going to have improved version of yourself, and this camp as one of the best experience in your life. And not only to the students, to the new mentors and new members of this MTTS team, I will say you all are going to have one of the best experience. That's all from my end. I welcome you all again. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Anita. As I said earlier, I mean, she's part of the team of mentors, and they are really the reason why this program is the success that it is. And the students will see the impact of the mentors pretty soon. So with that, we come to the end of this inauguration. But before anything, before you get, we should have a vote of thanks. So just want to thank all the entities involved that have made this program possible. So to begin with, I think, we thank NBHM for their support, financial support over the many years to the MTTS program, and Zoom and Moodle for making this happen. We have been using these online platforms to reach out to the remotest parts, the underrepresented areas which have no exposure, but just using these platforms, we're able to connect to so many people here. Moodle, this is the only time you may hear it. We all know it as MTTS Classroom. As Ajit mentioned, the MTTS Trust has started, it was started recently, and there are a lot of people who donate to the MTTS Trust, and these donations are also used for the various MTTS activities. So on behalf of the Trust, I also thank all the donors. For the students, the program is really starting today, but for the entire OFCM 2023 team, there has been a lot of activity over the last 1 month, 1.5 months. You would be amazed at the amount of time people have put in. And I thank all of them, and also all the people who depend on them for putting up with their absences. I want to thank all the recommending teachers for taking the time out to recommend all the students, and when the students are having difficulties, they contact us. I hope you also appreciate the amount of effort that your teachers have put in for you. On a personal note, I would like to thank Professor Kumaresan and Professor Bhaba. Professor Kumaresan had the vision of this program, and Professor Bhaba was a person who has been who had created the entire template for this program in the last 3 years. I've been coordinating this year, and because of the big picture that both of them had together created, made it so much more easier for me to just do everything and just work on the nitty-gritties. Finally, I mean, I think I should thank all the participants who are here today. I hope you have a lot of fun over the next 12 days, and I hope to see all of you back in the valedictory. So have fun. Welcome to OFCM 2023. After the meeting is over, you should go and join your registered classrooms. Thank you all.
So now they all can leave and join at 5 o'clock.
Yeah,
right?
everybody can leave. Yeah, they can leave. In fact, the numbers are dropped to 400 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can stop recording and
stop recording, and YouTube live streaming can be stopped.